So given where we are, the question for me personally is, how should we live? What are we going to do? There's not a lot that we can do to change it or stop what's happening. At many levels, the changes that need to be made are not things that we can do. So how should we live? What do we do in this time? It's a liminal time, a time of ambiguity and change. You never quite know what's going to happen next, and you don't really know the results of anything that you do. It's a hard time in some ways, especially if you want a really clear vision of where you're going and what you're going to achieve. That's hard to do at this time. So how do you live? What do you do? How do you spend your time? What are you thinking about? Michael Dowd would talk about, and does talk about, what to do after, how to handle the doom and gloom that we all have to go through. I don't know if you've been able to experience, and I'm using those words deliberately, the incredible anguish and the depth of sadness that you reach when you really accept the amount of loss that we're going to go through. It's not a happy place, but it is a place that gives you grounding in a way, because once you've accepted it, you can go forward. It's the resistance that makes it hard to go forward. So learning to accept that, not wallow in it, but learning to accept that pain is a first step. Joe Brewer talks about learning how to really save the earth. Dirt in the hands in the dirt, dirty hands, really changing the course of rivers, the revitalization of rivers, learning how, from a permaculture standpoint, how to actually work with the earth so that it holds water, so that it has water for longer periods of time. It's just amazing what permaculture can do in terms of allowing the earth to hold water and making dirt, soil, live, vibrant, rich, able to support life. That's another thing you can do if that calls to you. But a lot of us are not going, we're either not young enough, or that's just not our calling to have our hands in the dirt to that extent. I really recommend everybody have their hands in the dirt in a small way, because you really need that. You need that connection. So go plant something somewhere and tend it, and watch and see and learn what it takes to make it thrive. That, I think, everyone has to do, but not all of us are going to create communities where we're actually doing permaculture work. And that's a lot of us, frankly. So what do we do? How do we live? And that's the total focus of my work. Because we're not able to work with the tangibilities of the planet at a large scale, we still are here and we're still able to contribute. And what we can contribute is to change ourselves. And when we find ourselves changed, then we can help others change too. And what that changes is a simple one. It's moving from being human-centric to being life-centric. It's simple, but it's not easy. And that's what we're going to explore here. So I'll be sharing with you my thoughts on that. My work around Earth values is supported by a deck of cards, which will be available very soon, and I'll let you know when that happens. And they'll be available on the website, which is living-regeneratively.world. So you can check me out there. I'm available to talk at any congregation or any event. I am a community minister, and this is my ministry. So I'm very serious about doing this. And it's something that we have to do together. I can't do it by myself. You can't do it by yourself, but you have to do it. And when you've done it, then we can join with others. So that's the goal. That's what we're working for. And every other week, I will be sharing with you another step on that journey. So we have 4 intents and 16 values, which offer such a rich place to see and understand this beautiful, beautiful world we live in.